Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Football Transfers has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal agree personal terms to complete the signing of World Cup England international and West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice. Arsenal have agreed personal terms with West Ham midfielder Declan Rice, as they move a step closer to completing a deal for the Hammers skipper, number 1 midfield target this summer, with Mikel Arteta believed to be pushing for the deal to get done, and, according to Arsenal, have indeed agreed personal terms with Rice, although a fee with West Ham has yet to be sorted. Football Transfers reports that the terms of Rice's potential contract with Arsenal have been agreed. It's claimed he has made it known the Gunners are his preference, a stance he's taken since January. Now, Arsenal must negotiate with West Ham to come to an agreement on the fee for Rice. The Hammers are believed to be looking to bring in around £100 million for the England man. Arsenal have known this for some time and are said to be preparing an opening bid of around £90 million. Rice is set to lead West Ham out in the UEFA Conference League final and from there, move on to pastures new. The Gunners are also tracking a number of other midfielders, including PSV star Xavi Simons. There's been differing reports on Rice and Arsenal for some time, so while some might take this one with a pinch of salt, it does bode well for the Gunners. Rice clearly fancies the move to the Emirates. Clearly, he sees the project that Mikel Arteta is leading as one he wants to be involved in. If this is indeed true, then Arsenal have made the perfect start to the window. If they can agree the fee needed, then they'll have landed Mikel Arteta his top target. Thomas Partey has been the only defensive midfielder at the club this season, and Rice will give Mikel Arteta more options to work with. The England international has proven himself to be a reliable defensive midfielder in the Premier League, and he has excelled at the international level with England as well. The 24-year-old is only getting started and is likely to improve with coaching and experience. He could develop into a top-class player in the near future. So Arsenal could have a future star on their hands. Given the fact that the midfielder has a contract with West Ham until the summer of 2024, he could be available for a reasonable price in the coming weeks. The second Arsenal news is that Turkey Gazetesi, via Sport Witness, has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal submit bid for 22-year-old revelation keen on N5 move, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of France international and Galatasaray fullback Sasha Boey. An exciting report has begun doing the rounds involving Arsenal and French fullback Sasha Boey. The Gunners have been linked with the Galatasaray ace for a number of months now, with the summer transfer window on the horizon, Arsenal seem to have got the ball rolling. Turkey Gazetesi, via Sport Witness, claims that the Gunners have submitted a bid for Boey. The Turkish outlet says Arsenal have stepped in for the transfer and are determined to get it done. Apparently, the Gunners' offer is approaching €20 million, £17.2 million. Although it's not enough for Gala, they are willing to negotiate to get it over the line, said the report. Arsenal seemingly don't want to lose that opportunity and are expected to accelerate to complete the deal. The Gunners are apparently hoping to get the deal over the line amid competition for Boey from Brighton. Arsenal could certainly do with bringing in reinforcements at right back in wake of the season just gone. Ben White may have done well, but Takahiro Tomiyasu's injury, combined with Cedric Soares' loan move, left them short. Arsenal cannot allow that to happen again if they want to go all the way in the Premier League and claim cups too. With that in mind, Boey is a great shout for the Gunners. He's talented, young, and won't break the bank. As per Who Scored, he has proven a revelation for Galatasaray this season, and his performances suggest he is ready to make the next step up in his career. Given his skill set, he could prove a shrewd addition at the Emirates this summer. Arsenal cult hero Bakary Sagna has endorsed Boey, saying he'd be ideal for the Gunners. One player I really like is Sasha Boey, the right back at Galatasaray, he said earlier this year. I think he would fit Arsenal perfectly. As a right back myself, I have to say I think he is amazing. I'm sure he is in the minds of many clubs to sign. Meanwhile, journalist Jonathan Johnson has backed Boey to potentially develop into being one of the leading players in that position for France in the years to come. Better still, Boey is reportedly keen on a move to Arsenal above the likes of AC Milan. The third Arsenal news is that Spanish outlet AS has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal eyeing £52 million midfielder Xavi believes is a super top player, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of Spain international and Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. A month ago, Spanish outlet AS claimed that the Real Sociedad star was very close to accepting a Gunners offer. Since then, Zubimendi has played down any prospects of a move away from the Basque outfit this summer. However, with the transfer window on the horizon, there could yet be some twists and turns in the tale. As well as Arsenal, Barcelona have reportedly set their sights on Zubimendi. Xavi spoke about the 24-year-old last month, calling him an extraordinary player who plays in Barca's style. Now, the Barca boss has once again lauded Zubimendi, as relayed by Fabrizio Romano. Midfield transfers are likely to play a huge part in the upcoming transfer window. Arsenal could certainly do with bolstering their ranks in the middle of the park to improve their strength in depth. The likes of Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham and Newcastle also seem on the lookout for new midfielders. Zubimendi seems happy enough at Real Sociedad, but who knows whether a big offer can sway club and player. His release clause reportedly stands at €60 million, around £52 million, which isn't prohibitively expensive. Zubimendi is the same age as Declan Rice, whose price tag is around double the Basque Ace's release clause. The transfer window isn't even open and the stage is being set for an intriguing summer for Arsenal and others. Let's see what happens in the coming weeks. Hopefully we'll see more links between the Gunners and this top player. The final Arsenal news is that journalist Tom Canton has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms he'd be willing to move. Strong player would happily join Arsenal, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Ecuador international and Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo would be keen to join Arsenal this summer according to Tom Canton, speaking on his YouTube channel. The journalist was discussing the Ecuadorian summer options amid a number of links to both Arsenal and Chelsea, and he noted that the strong midfielder would really like to join Arsenal. Indeed, Canton says that Caicedo is actually a big fan of Arsenal and that he'd be willing to move if the Gunners can stump up the necessary cash to tempt Brighton into accepting a bid. Canton shared what he knows about Caicedo. Money talks in football, I'm afraid, but I agree that he should be aiming higher for a team in the Champions League, and Arsenal certainly are that. He's a big fan of Arsenal, he likes Arsenal, and he'd be willing to move to Arsenal if they offer the money that Brighton are willing to accept. Canton said, Moises Caicedo won't be the only player with aspirations of joining Arsenal this summer, that's for sure. Indeed, after such a successful season that concluded in Champions League qualification, Arsenal are now, once again, one of the most appealing clubs in England. For far too long, Arsenal were a team that were going nowhere, but now they have a clear plan and path, and they are accelerating along that path very quickly. Arsenal are on the up, and the more they improve, the more likely they are to attract players like Caicedo. Whether or not this Caicedo move happens remains to be seen, but the fact that he's keen to move is certainly a good sign. Do you know the Arsenal news on Xavi Simons? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.